हेलो, मेरा नाम है उमर कुरैशी और मेरा स्टाइल है नवाबी, क्योंकि आज मैं बैठा हूँ एक नवाब के साथ, लेकिन आज के लिए वो नवाब नहीं है, आज वो राजा हैं और वो भी बुलेट राजा। वेलकम सैफ।
Thank you. Hi, this is Saif Ali Khan. We've done some really bad movies, unfortunately. So sad. I was watching Agent Vinod on TV the other day, and it's just a bit of a waste.
Slick, but
Yeah, no, but it just it was a waste. It started off with the promise of something entertaining, but
it was very stylized for sure.
anyway, I think I've sort of lost the chance of working with a very good actor. But who knows in the future, maybe. I don't think Bullett Raja is like a 100 crore movie, really. In this great industry called Bollywood, the writers are very few.
What's the one thing about Kareena that the whole world finds extremely hot?
Her face.
What do you like most about Kareena?
She's very sweet.
Do you know how to, the Nawabs know best how to bite the bullet and fire the bullet as well?
I don't know. I think some of us know how to fire the bullet, that's for sure.
You done any firing like...
Yes, we were brought up with guns.
So that's why it's apt for you, or you think it's too dumbed down for you, Bullett Raja?
No. I mean, there's no... that kind of shooting is slightly different to the UP mafia shooting. You know, with the homemade guns and I mean, to me, guns are like an art form. I mean, I think a lot of people who've grown up in the countryside with open spaces and jungles and all have been brought up with guns. So we learn to respect guns and, you know, I would love a room where I could clean them and look at them like a beautiful library. But I understand that in the city it's hard to understand
you
that.
You cannot do that, But a lot of men who are passionate about guns, like you read about them in the Wild West, you know, the westerns and all, they caress the guns better than they caress the women.
Yes, I mean, there was a person who told my gunsmith in Delhi, he said that, he said, what are you going to do with all these guns? He said, nothing, I'll just clean them and look at them for, you know, the rest of my life. He said, you can take my money, you can take my family, but please leave my... So if you're passionate about these things, it can become an obsession. Like, I mean, not even cars or watches. It's something else. There's something about a rifle to be able to make a difference very far away. It's almost like a magical creation, you know.
But Saif, like I think most things you're passionate about, the good things, whether it's cars, food, women, watches, like you said, shoes, clothes, travel. So for you, did it come easy playing Bullett Raja? I know it's a character, but still.
No, I don't know, because it's a very rooted kind of desi kind of character on one level, but it took me a few days to get used to it. You know, initially it was a little bit, I couldn't quite, it took me a few days, but after a couple of days, I got into it quite easily, I thought.
You have the swag for sure, swag.
Well, I don't know, because it's not just about the swagger, it's also...
Performance.
Yeah, it's about being able to convincingly perform. It's different to Omkara, you know, it's like a hero's role. So it's a little... anyway, the point is, it was great fun. I'm glad Tigmanshu gave it to me, because he directed it really well and gave me a lot of confidence.
He's a master at this kind of cinema.
Well, he gave me a lot of confidence to be able to do it, and I had a lot of fun.
No performance anxiety?
There was, I'm sure there was a kind of a performance anxiety. There was, you know, the first day, we had to do like a pretty heavy scene, which was full of attitude and character and dialogue, and so we just jumped into that, and that probably made it easier because, you know, things got easier after that. It's a good way sometimes to start a film. With a tough scene.
Then everything is easier after that. The other thing is, like, is it commercial reasons that made you do a movie like this, which is like rustic and pure commercial?
No, I don't know. No, it's not. I mean, everything one generally does. I mean, once in a while you might do a film that has no chance at the box office because of the role or because of something.
But everything is appreciated. Like even a movie like Go Goa Gone, I think was critically appreciated.
I mean, even though I thought it would probably make a little more money than it did. I thought it was quite entertaining and funny. But so no, I just did this because I think one should do various things and whatever you like. I think actors should I would like to work a little more. You know, I like the idea of being busy. I like the idea of being prolific in terms of having a few films come out. You know, if you see posters on a wall that this is what I did in '95, this is what I did in 2011, you know, it's nice to have those posters build up and a nice body of different work.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's it.
Because you're an actor at the end of it.
Yes, and you know, and that's how you should be perceived.
Yeah.
And I think if you offer to your fans or to the audience, you know, something varied and entertaining, then everybody is happy.
So are you going to adopt a wait and watch approach, how this movie does? Are you going to be seen in more?
It's not that, it's an instinct. It's like, you know, I mean, if somebody offered me this again, I mean, I like to do things with all my heart and soul and interest. And I've done this now, so, you know, maybe something else would be more interesting. And then maybe in a while, if you came back to this, then you could interview me and say that, you know, you've done it again or something like that. But I think immediately,
it's the first time.
No. It's also the first time we've done so much action, you know. And it's quite realistic action, and somebody's done it, actually. And very, very demanding, I thought it was. I mean, we've... Parvez, who's the action director on this, more demanding than anybody else I worked with, because there's no cables helping you, there's no...
Nothing,
there's no sort of graphics. It's all just done, you know, and that's pretty exhausting.
Imran Khan recently in an interview, he said that you, I don't know whether he was joking or serious, that you were offered Gori Tere Pyar Mein first, and you said, no, let's keep the personal apart.
I don't know about keeping the personal apart, but I said, at one point, I think it was a two-hero film, and there was some kind of a script which has changed a lot, but I think Puneet's a good director. I'd like to work with him sometime.
Tigmanchu is the master of the raw, like the raw, the better. So there are lots of sensuality also, raw sensuality in his movies.
You know, there's a nice item song with Mahi Gill, and I'm happy she did it because it just makes it more interesting somehow that she did it. But there was a kind of a, you know, a sexy romantic scene. And, you know, even the comedy and the sensuality, it never gets vulgar in his movie, which is really nice.
That's very important. Because
I think so, because you can watch it with your family and you don't feel uncomfortable, you know. We asked her to do the scene also.
Right.
It was really nice, and it is a slightly sensual scene. It's like a little, and just before it can go anywhere romantically, the action starts. But, so there is a little bit of that, but this one is more of a boys kind of a action movie rather than a sensual kind of movie.
This is more a bang bang kind of movie.
Yeah, more of a guns going bang bang kind of movie,
So the action is all yours.
Yes.
The sensuality is with Mahi Gill. So where does Sonakshi fit in?
She is a kind of a sort of soothing balm to, you know, the Raja character, because it's like a buddy movie. It's about friendship. It's about the rise to power of like these two guys who become big stars in the mafia world. And she comes in at a point where, you know, it affects the relationship between the two friends, and she's got a really interesting role. But it's not really a love story, you know. And I'm sure he enjoys being with her, where, you know, they sing a lovely song, and, you know, there's a time where he needs to get out of Lucknow, so she takes him to Calcutta. And even the film takes a break in pace.
Like you said, this is about the big boys.
It is about the boys a little more, but she plays a very important part. She's got the mind of a boy also, in that sense, you know. She thinks a little bit.
She does. She's pretty strong-headed.
So it's fun.
Saif, Vidyut Jamwal is a trained martial artist. Like, how difficult or easy was it doing action with him?
Well, I mean, it's always easy because he's so good, and they're professional and sort of good, really, that it's always easier when you work with people who are good.
With people like that.
And I'm happy he did the role. It was a very important part. We were actually at one point hoping that we would try and get Irfan, but that didn't work out. And that would have been really interesting. But because it was Vidyut, then I think the role was changed into a more action-based role. And it's, you know, he's done very well, and it was nice working with him.
The song Tamanche Pe Disco has become a rage.
Yeah.
And you listen to that very often, I believe. Like,
Well, I don't actually listen to it very often, but we found it because we couldn't find a song for that part of the film.
Yeah.
This is the part where Raja and Rudh and Jimmy and me come to Bombay in the film. Again, Sonakshi brings us here because we have to get out of Lucknow for some reason. And we watch film shooting and we see Imran Hashmi shooting and we get all starstruck. And then we end up in a nightclub. So we needed a right song. And so Zahid, my manager, actually spoke with RDB and they managed to get this song, Tamanche Pe Disco, which really suits the movie. So that's nice.
Imran Khan recently in an interview, he said that you, I don't know whether he was joking or serious, that you were offered Gori Tere Pyar Mein first. And you said, no, let's keep the personal apart.
I don't know about keeping the personal apart, but I said at one point, I think it was a two-hero film, and there was some kind of a script which has changed a lot. I don't think it's the same script at all anymore. But I think Puneet's a good director. I'd like to work with him sometime. Dharma's like, you know, a brother to us. And I believe that film's come out really well. So I wish them all the best with that.
Now, very close to both your releases.
Of course, yes.
Yep.
So we're all running around promoting like mad.
You know something, I actually loved Go Goa Gone. Yeah, and I think a lot of people liked it, but it didn't get the right exposure.
Yes.
And, even the role you played was incredible. Why don't you do more such movies, but just promote them right and, you know, position
I
them
don't
right?
know. I wish we had promoted it right. I don't even know what's going. We had lots of money to promote, and I thought we had promoted it really well. But I mean, maybe we could have promoted it differently.
Any chance of seeing you soon with Kareena in another movie?
I don't know. It depends on the script, and I mean, she's a fantastic actor, but it has to be the right script for the right reason. I mean, we've done some really bad movies, unfortunately. So sad. I was watching Agent Vinod on TV the other day, and it was just a bit of a waste.
Slick, but
but it just, you know, it was a waste. It could have been something else. It started off with the promise of something entertaining, but
it was very stylized for sure.
So anyway, I think I've sort of lost the chance of working with a very good actor. But who knows, in the future maybe.
Yeah, why not? You began the year with a 100 crore film, Race. And now everyone's touching 200. So when are you getting there?
The business is growing. The business is growing. But there's certain films that are designed to make that kind of money, you know. I mean, I don't think Bullett Raja is like a 100 crore movie, really. There's something about the kind of songs, the kind of film you make. I mean, I think the same is true in Hollywood also. Like, you know, there's certain films that you expect Superman to make the most amount of money of the year, but you don't necessarily expect, you know, The Place Beyond the Pines to make the same amount, even though they're probably both very good films. So it's nice to work in both kinds of movies.
You like the current trend of remaking masala movies from the South and from
well, I think anything entertaining is good. But a trend, you have to be... I mean, everyone somehow... You know, we don't have great writers. We don't pay them very well. So as a result, people would rather become other things than film writers, which is a big mistake. We need to encourage great writing talent.
Without writing, there's nothing. That's your star.
But in this great industry called Bollywood, the writers are very few. You've got directors, you've got actors, you've got technicians, but you don't have writers. So maybe it's not an attractive profession because we're not paying them enough. But that's something we need to look at. Sometimes you look for an easy way, you know. People used to copy Hollywood DVDs, then you kind of remake South films, but there is no easy way, you know. So if it's a gimmick, it won't last.
One reason people should go and watch Bullett Raja, apart from, say, Watch Me.
If you like Tigmanshu's movies, then this is one of them. And I think it's a very lovable and entertaining character. I remember he's gone out of his way to make it fun. And it's a nice action film, but like I said, it's not violent. And it's got comedy, but it's not vulgar. And I think it's something you can watch with your family and enjoy. All the characters are entertaining. There's Ravi Kishan playing a crazy role, which is very funny. You know, there's Vidyut doing some tremendous action. There's Sonakshi. There's Jimmy, who's done so well. Gulshan Grover, you know, a lot of entertaining people in the movie.
One director you wish to work with again very quickly? Tigmanshu, Vishal Bhardwaj, Pradeep Sarkar, Karan Johar.
Karan Johar.
What do you like most about Kareena?
Well, she's very sweet.
The one thing about you like the least?
I don't know, inconsistency of mood.
What's the one thing about Kareena that the whole world finds extremely hot?
Probably her face.
I'm going to wrap the interview with a quick fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's. One director you wish to work with again very quickly? Tigmanshu, Vishal Bhardwaj, Pradeep Sarkar, Karan Johar.
Karan Johar.
Yeah.
I think that'd be nice, yeah.
Your pick, Tamanche Pe Disco.
Or Vishal Bhardwaj.
Oh,
yeah,
Vishal.
Yeah, Karan or Vishal.
Your pick from these three, Tamanche Pe Disco, Tumhi Ho Bandhu, Slowly Slowly.
I like Slowly Slowly.
What do you like most about Kareena?
Well, she's very sweet.
When was the last time you searched for yourself online?
Half an hour ago, I think.
Yeah?
But it's not something I like doing, but I'm checking about the publicity of the movie and how it's doing and stuff like that.
The one thing about you like the least?
I don't know, inconsistency of mood.
Your secret Hollywood crush?
I don't have a Hollywood
You
crush,
don't have a
but I don't know,
Hollywood
probably, it's quite a few really.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be secret.
Which of your own films is your personal favorite?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
What's the one thing about Kareena that the whole world finds extremely hot?
Probably her face.
Okay. So Saif, thank you very much. We're looking forward to Bullett Raja, and I'm sure you're going to fire all bullets at the box office.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.